Dr. Roberta Bondar, who of course is a Sioux native and the first woman in space, was at the Bush Plane Center last evening as part of their 30th anniversary celebration. She had a meet and greet followed by a multimedia presentation, and it was called Stars and Flights. She talked about the importance of flight and space. On TV was there.
The 30th anniversary of the Bush Plane Museum, and I was asked almost a year ago whether or not I could come up to the Sioux and maybe speak and help with the celebrations, and I thought that was a great idea. So I'm happy to be here to be able to talk about it. It's always great to be in a hangar full of planes. I mean, really, I just feel I want to jump into one. But I know there's no fuel. When I was a little kid, I used to come to see the otters, the twin otters, and the beavers when they were going out in the fields and doing the water bombing. And just over a period of years, when people had this idea to take the hangar and use it for other airplanes as well, I thought it was fantastic because if I was growing up in the Sioux in those days and I had this, I'd probably spend a lot of time here. So by having this museum, it's not only just looking at the planes, it's actually involving people into why the planes are here. It's an interactive museum, and I have my space stuff here in the corridor, and that means a lot to me. And I want to talk about the importance of flight to us, and a little bit about the access to space at the moment and in the near future. And then I want to talk about the importance of still maintaining connection with the natural world, because we have so much to learn from other creatures that actually fly, such as birds. And I want to talk a bit about that project that I'm doing. Yes, I mean, one of my slides shows a picture of the Earth with a thermometer in it, and we know that human beings, if you look at some of the correlations between the carbon in the atmosphere and the temperatures and everything, then it's reasonable to assume that we are contributing to a change in the climate. And even if one could argue badly that we weren't part of that, if there is a small thing we should do that might help, then we should do it ethically and morally. The whole issue of plastic pollution, I mean, it is just awful. And you see birds I photograph birds and I see plastics on their beak, and I hear about whales that have this full of plastic from the ocean. So as much as we think about climate change, we also have to think about restructuring the way we do business in the world to survive. What is it that what we really need? And we really have to have the conviction and have the policies that can protect the environment and protect us as well.
When we are in the planning stage, we invite Roberta Bondar to come back to the Bush Plane and do a presentation. She has a great history with the Bush Plane. We have a Hall of Fame. We have a display for her, and it's just a great opportunity and a great honor for us to be able to bring her back to the community to share some of the experiences that she's had. And most people don't realize that she was from Sault Ste. Marie, and it's a great tribute to our museum that she's donated artifacts from her excursion up in space, and to bring her back to talk about some of those experiences and other experiences she's had dealing with the aviation per se. And it's just a great honor to have her present for this event.
So we flew around London, Ontario, and